There we go. What up, though, YouTube?
What's good, money getters? Okay. Are we live? Are we in living color?
Yes, ma'am.
For some reason. Okay, there we go.
I got the notification and everything now.
Okay, so why on my end it's saying scheduled?
Yep, it's clicking on now.
Okay, cool. All right. What's good, everybody? It's still saying waiting on my end and everything. Okay, there we
Yep.
go. There we go. There we go. There we go. What's good, money getters? We're having a little technical difficulties. The technical difficulties being me and my brain farts. I'm sitting over here talking, just running my mouth, and the whole time we weren't even live. Yo, quit laughing. I mean, like just really going in for like a good 20 minutes.
Yes, you was.
Y'all, tonight is about to be a good time. What's good, Mama 3? Richie, thanks for tuning in, bro. I appreciate you all for tuning in. We're going to have a good time on this Saturday night. I don't know what you guys got going on. Hopefully, you are tuned in with a drink in your hand and you're ready to come and debate with me because you already know I'm going to give it to you. You got your drink, yo?
Always.
You already know I got my drink.
Okay. Ice water. Get your water in, you guys.
Always. And I'm ready to turn up with you guys. I don't know if you guys know this about your girl, but I used to do a little podcasting. I used to do some blogging. I had my own blog for a number of years. So infotainment slash AKA gossip is one of my partays, okay? I like to be in everybody else's business. And tonight will be no different. We're getting all into the ladies of hip hop. We'll be talking about Lil Kim, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, whose new album, Am I the Drama, is coming out soon. And she's been keeping the drama going. That girl, she wants to keep her name alive. She wants to do her thing. But is that going to help her establish herself as the queen of rap? I got my girl Yo with me. I was supposed to have somebody else on here with me. I don't know what happened to him. But we still gonna get into some things. We are gonna get into it. If you guys would like to come up here on the panel and join me, I put the link in the chat. We got 20 people on here. 20 people. I need all 20 of you guys to hit that like button for your girl right now.
And make sure you subscribe because my sister is probably less than 10 subscribers away from 3K. Let's get her there tonight, okay?
What's good, Kamaria? Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you. Hi, Kamaria.
Thanks for tuning in, baby girl. Mommy loves you. So we're gonna get into it. Like I was saying, yo, I feel like today's women of hip hop, I feel like they are more drama than they are talent. Earlier when I was talking to myself and I thought I was live, I talked about how I was born in the 70s, came of age in the 80s and 90s. So hip hop is a part of my upbringing. What
Right.
about you?
You know, I love music and I can agree. And I can't say that I just feel like right now, today, music is not the same. But it is a couple artists, and we're going to get into it, female rappers that I do feel like they with the drama, but at the same time, they speak facts in their lyrics. And I love that about them.
For instance, who?
So, like, for instance, even with Cardi new song, like, I cannot wait till she drop her album on September, I think 15th or 19th. But
The
she did a
19th.
song like 2 weeks ago. And she was just like going in and she was speaking facts, like how a lot of the women nowadays is sitting here talking about how like they shopping on Shein and they taking trips and stuff like that. And she like, baby, I've been doing this since 2016. Y'all got to catch up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And like I like how she's saying, like, you know, how she's from the Bronx and stuff like that. Like she's been living this life. So I like when people actually rap about they real life stuff instead of a whole bunch of make believe stuff. You know, I can rock with you better.
I agree with you. You know what? Cardi, if I had to choose between Cardi and Nicki Minaj, I'm just gonna choose Nicki. And
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna get into a lot of why, but I am gonna get into a lot of why. Because for one, I feel like Nicki is really hip hop, and I feel like Cardi is manufactured. Let's just keep
Yeah.
it there. I feel like Cardi is a definitely an influencer. You can't deny that. What I do like about Cardi is she is herself and she keeps it real. And I like
Right.
that she's naturally funny. I like that she uh, isn't afraid to just be out there and do her. We got a lot of Team Cardi in the chat. We got Cardi is not the queen of rap. Tyler, stop it. We're not even there yet. But pipe
No.
down, pipe
Right.
down,
Now I
pipe
will
down.
say Nikki is my girl. I rocks with her. When it comes to her lyrics, her deliverance, and everything, her style, I love Nikki. All right. But I connect more so with Cardi on the level that I love how she just straight gutter with it. She don't care. She's a natural, like she just a natural comedian. She's funny as hell. She's gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Like, is she the GOAT? No, she's not. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think too. We ain't gonna leave Megan the Stallion out. We ain't gonna leave Lotto out.
Meg the Stallion, I feel like she is super talented. I feel like she's a spitter. I feel like
Mhm.
her and Nicki Minaj are neck and neck with. I feel like she can really come for a Nicki Minaj. I really feel like if I had to choose between the two, it would be between Cardi and Meg. It would be Meg as far as talent and just hard hitting lyrics. And plus, Cardi doesn't write her own music. Cardi can definitely be an influencer. She can definitely go for acting, entertaining with the fashion. But we're talking about hip hop again. I
Facts.
came of age in the 70s, 80s, 90s. I was a little wee one in the 70s, but I'm not going for somebody saying Cardi is the queen of anything when it comes to hip hop. And you don't write your own music and you're just not hip hop. You're not.
Now that is something I just said too. I was like, I love the fact how Cardi, like her lyrics and everything, and I love how we can now understand her a lot more. But the thing is, she don't write her own music.
Right. And to be a rapper, to be hip hop, you have to write your own music. And I don't want to hear, oh, nobody writes their own music. People do write their own music. And Cardi, the stuff that she raps about, she should be able to rap it. If it wasn't for who's really who's really the queen of rap, who should really be in the contender is Jordan Thorpe, aka Party, because that's who writes all of her lyrics and she's not writing them. So hard hitting lyrics or not, they're not coming from her head. That's like if you're a poet, if you're an author, it's not the same if you use a ghostwriter um, or if you use AI. You can't call yourself an author and you're using AI. You have to use whatever comes out of your head. That's what people relate to when it comes to hip hop. Like, how are you saying things? That's what matters in hip hop. It's not about how you look or how entertaining you are. It's all about uh how you say it. Now I'm gonna get into the chat because they're like Team Cardi in the chat. You got Tyler saying Cardi is the queen of rap. Boo. You got Mama Three says she loved Cardi, how she got it out the mud, and she's from the Bronx. You guys are all from New York. You guys are all from the Bronx. So I respect it. I respect you going Team Cardi. Tyler says Cardi is his queen of rap, but she's just a reciter, so I don't get that. Bongos, bongos, bongos did terrible on the charts. It did terrible. The video did good because if Cardi isn't anything else, she's like I said, a good entertainer. She's good with the visuals. Her team, Colin Carter, who is her stylist, Tokyo Styles, who does her hair, uh, Erica LaPerla, her makeup artist. Her record label has spent a lot of money, and like I said, she's a manufactured artist. she is a true manufactured artist because a lot of money has been spent to keep Cardi looking good so that you can be distracted from her poor rap skills. Um, Nobody else in hip hop has been able to get away with that for as long as she has. She's waited what, a decade between albums, and she has spent the last what, 5 or 6 years jumping on other up and coming artists' music so she could stay relevant. And everything that she's put out has just been like a little subpar. However, she does get the numbers, and I'm wondering, how does she get the numbers when it doesn't seem that she has the fan? I don't know. Let me look at the chat. You love that she was able to make only one album and go strong for 7 years. But that's what I mean when I say that she piggybacked off of artists like Lotto. She jumped on one of her hot songs, put it on the floor. She did the remix for that. When Glorilla came out, Glorilla was really doing her stuff, and then she let Cardi jump on her album, on her song. What was it? Tomorrow Too. Cardi jumped on that, and everybody said Cardi's verse was the best on Tomorrow Too. And then it seemed like Gorilla kind of fizzled out a little bit. And we're gonna get onto Gorilla in a second. Hey Terry Dow, thanks for tuning in. You know what? My older sister says that Cardi is a people's champ. And I think that when a person gets when people get tired of seeing you winning after a while, right? I think that's what happened when Nicki Minaj. It was like it was Nicki and only Nicki. It was Iggy Azalea who came out with her first album, and it did really well. But because she wasn't a writer and because she was also a manufactured artist, Ti was writing all of her stuff. It was easy for Nicki to kind of like push her out the way. But when Cardi came a lot harder than Iggy came. Cardi came with a husband who was in the top hip hop group at the time, the Migos. Cardi came with millions of fans who were already used to seeing her in the spotlight on Instagram. Cardi came with a lot of money behind her. So Nicki wasn't able to just push her to the side as quickly. Hey, Smooth, what's good? What's good? Like I said, anybody, if you feel strongly about your opinion, hit that StreamYard link and come on up and join Yo-Yo and myself on the panel. But I think that's what it was. Like a lot of people wanted to root for Cardi, and I honestly, I wanted to see that happen as well. I wanted to see Cardi. I wanted to see Nicki have some competition for once because she had really been, there was no competition for her. And so here comes this younger girl who was likable, who is well loved by all of her fans, and they're rooting for her. And I think she still has those same fans rooting for her. But those people, those fans of hip hop, hip hop, I feel like is tired of Cardi. And they're saying that when Imaginary Players came out, they was like, oh, absolutely not. You just messed up Jay-Z's song. And as I listened to Imaginary Players, I liked it more and more. I liked the beat. I like how she came on there. But I felt like you came like Lil Kim will come. You came like Foxy Brown will come. You like basically switched up the lyrics, but had the same lyrics as Jay-Z. You didn't make it your own. And it just wasn't Cardi. Because again, Cardi is an entertainer. Cardi is not a rapper. Yo, what do you got to say about that? Yo.
All right, my bad. My bad. What you say, sis? You say it one more time.
I was saying that Cardi, she still has a lot of fans from her time on Instagram and different things like that. But I feel like hip hop doesn't want her anymore. I feel like hip hop is kind of like there's a lot of backlash from like Joe Budden and different the hip hop collective. They're like she's not legit. What do you think?
A little bit, but at the same time, you got to think it's still who she is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that is they don't want her. Oh my God, my sister's stealing, y'all. She's stealing. Don't say no. No, I don't think it's that they don't want her or whatever. I think it's more so like they can't really accept who Cardi is. Cardi just she gonna keep it real, and a lot of people don't like how she come off to them or whatever. And then you got to think too who her baby daddy is. We're gonna say baby daddy now because they have filed for that divorce and stuff like that. But I don't think Cardi going nowhere, sis. I
You
don't
know
think
what?
so.
I think that I don't know how many albums she has in her, and she uses hip hop as her landing pad. She could be around, and she has been around in other means, but this album is going to make or break her. If she doesn't do well on this album, I don't know how much longer she'll be around. I really
But have
don't.
you started hearing some of her music that she's already been dropping from like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago? Like her songs have been fire. And then with this whole court case of her and stuff like that, Am I the Drama? I feel like it was all planned out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like
feel like it wasn't. I don't know what was going on with that court case because it seemed like the judge was very biased with her, and it seemed like the girl's attorney, the opposing side's attorney, it seemed like, where'd you get your law degree from? A cracker jack box? It just all seemed like a bunch of, I don't know, BS. But I will say this, and in the chat, a lot of them are arguing about if Offset helped her write. Offset helped legitimize her. If Cardi was not married to Offset, I don't think that Cardi would be the hip hop star she is today because Migos were the biggest thing back then. They were big as the Jackson Five. They were everywhere when Cardi came out, and Cardi being attached to them is what kind of legitimized her as a rapper. Even it was so funny that Remy Ma, and we don't even discuss Remy Ma anymore. I didn't even put her in the picture or nothing. It's like, where is Remy, right? But Remy Ma even brought her out and also co-signed for her. So a lot of people in hip hop who is not even around today and who isn't doing as good as Cardi has done are not around. And Cardi does not write Cardi does not write her own music. Cardi doesn't even talk like she raps. Cardi can barely speak English. So why would you think that she's writing those lyrics? That doesn't make
she
sense.
can't speak English.
Like Cardi has a strong accent. She barely she does. She has a strong accent. That's not making fun of her. That's not being xenophobic, but she does it for her own lyrics. Like, how can you talk and write two different ways? It takes
I
her a long time to make an album. It took her that long because she couldn't. She had to learn how to recite it and how to say it. She had to learn how to speak it in English. She's basically speaking another language when she raps,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, because it was hard to understand her, and I will say that even though it took her 7 years to come out with another album or whatever, the songs that she had been dropping throughout the month or whatever, I've heard two of them. The English is very, very good. It's clear. We can understand her. And then, like I said, her lyrics is more so like, hey, it's more so speaking her life, what she's going through right now. Even with one of her songs that she came out that was kind of like a diss track to Offset, I really feel like, she wrote that. But I do think Offset was, helping her write.
Right. But we spent a lot of time talking about Cardi. Um, a lot of people in the chat are rooting for her as a queen of rap. But recently, if we think about who's really been doing their thing, it has been Glorilla. Glorilla has consistently stayed on top of the charts and on the Billboard charts with several hits from uh, Yeah Glow to her hit with Meg The Stallion last year. Uh, and she had a song with Sexyy Red, uh, What You Know About Me. All of those hits kept Glorilla on I mean, she kept her foot on everybody's neck. We can't even deny that Glorilla was doing her thing. And a lot of people like Glorilla. And it's not just like with female hip hop, it's usually females that like the rappers, but people are feeling Glorilla. Like men love Glorilla and Sexyy Red too. Sexyy Red is very raunchy. She's another one of those entertainers that what you see is what you get. And she's been doing her thing as well. So I feel like Nicki Minaj, she carried the torch by herself for about 10 years. But I think that Nicki Minaj and hip hop stars, they usually have about a 10-year span. And I feel like she's reached her time. I feel like Nicki Minaj has kind of passed her time. She's still doing music the same way she did it in 2010 when she was a new star. And um, I feel like all of the bitterness and all of the getting into with everyone is kind of like dimming her light. What say you, Yo-Yo? Nicki Minaj and Glorilla.
Now, Glow is my girl, and y'all, please apologize. I apologize. I am out, but I had to show up for my sis. Okay, so I will say Glow is my girl. I do like Glow, but I feel like her lyric is not there. You know what I'm saying? Nicki Minaj, I feel like she is it, but her time is up. Because the one thing, like you just said, the number one thing is when time change, baby, your style got to change. You got to keep up to date, and you got to follow the trends, and that's not it. I feel like with Nicki Minaj, it's kind of like us seeing Mary J. Blige back on stage. She doing the same thing, the same kick and everything. It's like you got to switch it up. You got to come with something else, and she's not bringing nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So with Nicki, her time is up. It is.
I didn't like Queen at all. I don't even know who told her it was a good idea. I feel like with Nicki, when Cardi first came out, Nicki should have let her have it. She should have let her have it, let her come on out, let her do her. And then after a year, after Cardi had her spin, because one thing about Cardi, a lot of her stamina, a lot of her shine has come from her back and forth with Nicki Minaj and her competing with Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj has been very quiet since Cardi is leading up to her rollout. If you notice that, Cardi has even baited her a little bit, even on Imaginary Players. She kind of threw a few shots at her, and she's been throwing those shots. But Nicki got her bag. Nicki seen it with when she was going back and forth with Megan. And what it did was it helped Megan get the number one, and her song actually was number 17. So everybody that comes into the game right now, the one to beat is Nicki Minaj. Even though Nicki Minaj is older, even though her time is winding down, she is still the girl to beat. So I feel like if Nicki doesn't go back and forth with Cardi, if Nicki doesn't say a word and Cardi has to do her rollout without that back and forth with Nicki, because she can come for the other girls. The other girls aren't really going to say anything either. And the other girls don't really have much to say because when it comes to record sales, when it comes to popularity, they can't beat Cardi at that. But Nicki can. Nicki can. Nicki has the barbs behind her. And, that's just is what it is.
I do feel like they all into it. They all in it together because, like you said, what Nicki should have did when Cardi came out, she should have just went on and stepped back. But when they had their whole little beef and they was going back and forth with their lyrics and stuff like that, you know how when Cardi came out with her album and then she took a break for 7 years, it's like now that Cardi's coming back out, I guarantee you, I just got that feeling Nicki is gonna drop an album behind that because she wanna try to keep that title. Because I really feel like Cardi album about to be fire.
I want to see because the last 3 songs, I think TikTok helped get that out. That what was it? Outside, ooh, the fly. But TikTok wasn't really feeling. They couldn't really dance to Imaginary Players. This new song that she has coming out, it has a Latin feel to it. TikTok might go up for that, but like I said, real hip hop. Hip hop is not going to be listening to that. I'm not going to be playing Bodega Baddie. Are you bumping Bodega Baddie?
Nah,
Like, put a one
you
in the
right.
chat. Put a one in the chat if the club is going to be playing Bodega Baddie. If somebody's going to be at the party talking about turn on that Bodega Baddie. No. Like
Right.
the TikTok girlies and the TikTok kids, they might go for it. They might do a little dancey dance to it. But just like with bongos, who is going to be asking for that to be played at the club? Nobody. Nobody.
They having a pretty deep conversation down in the comments. You guys are more than
Yeah.
welcome to hit the link. Come on, Smooth, Richie, Tyler got a lot to say. So
Yeah,
speak
they
y'all
got their
truth.
Richie, you talking big head for Cardi in the chat. Come on up here. Hey, Tamara Bird. Yes, you did come in on a great topic. We are discussing female hip hop, and we're trying to determine who is the queen of hip hop. Right now, it seems like the chat is going up for Cardi, but I'm not having it. I am not having Cardi, no lyric writing, fake manufactured Cardi. I'm not going for the drama. I don't care how good her songs are. You guys already know who I said was the queen of hip hop.
Nikki, that's who you saying?
Little Kim. Little Kim. And the reason why I say Little Kim, even though it's been some years since Little Kim has come out with anything, I mean, her last, poor baby. Little Kim effed herself off by changing her face and all of that. Um, Very pretty girl. I think that if she stayed the same way, I think she's the prettiest of them all. Prettier than Kim. I mean, prettier than Nicki, prettier than Cardi. Kim's original face was just, I don't know. So yeah. Oh, Pretty Petal said, why are people rooting for a woman who called monkeys and roaches? Shame on y'all. Ooh, ooh. It always be your own people dragging you down, man. Mama Three, I love old school Little Kim too. I feel like when I saw Cardi on the Imaginary Players video, the way she was coming, the way she was spitting, that was Little Kim. That was 1990s Little Kim. She actually gave a shout out to Little Kim and Trina, which she should have, because she's definitely Nicki, all of them are Little Kim clones. From the colored wigs to the fashion, Little Kim made fashion cool. Her and Foxy Brown, they came out talking about the big labels. They came out talking about Gucci and Louis. I'm sorry, guys. I got the window open. The fly came in. Um, she came out with spitting like a dude. And she came out sexy, because before Little Kim, women weren't coming out sexy in hip hop. They came out manly. They like MC Light, who is also one of my faves, and we're gonna get to her in a minute. But MC Light came out like a dude, like real brolic, you know? Go ahead, Yo, did you have something to say?
I see in the chat they saying that Kim still holding it down. Now, if they was to have a lyric battle right now, y'all really think Lil Kim can still hang with Nicki, Cardi, Lotto, Megan Thee Stallion, or any of them?
Her top 10, if we could go from her top 10, and we go from her top 10, if you play and see a few weeks ago, Stash had uh, a battle, a Chris Brown and Usher battle on his channel. And a lot of people probably thought Chris Brown was going to take it, because Chris Brown is young and fresh. He still has hits right now. And Usher is really from the 90s. But if you go to Usher's catalog, he has more staying power than Chris Brown. Chris Brown puts out so much music, and he's constantly putting out music that, do you really remember what his last hit was? Do you remember the last song that had staying power? For me, it was Residuals. I think that was a really good song. It did stay on the Billboard for a long time. And this song he has out right now, I don't even know the name of it. See, but I know that it's a trending sound right now and a trending little doo wop pop. But other than that, what songs of Chris Brown's in recent years do you know? I couldn't hear
I was muted. My bad.
you. I was saying, I thought you had something to say. I feel like, you have to have those songs that have staying power. For Cardi B, she has Bodak Yellow. That's it. Oh, and maybe uh with her Latin fans, maybe I Like It. But outside of that, she doesn't have any songs I feel that 10 years from now we would still want to listen to. Nicki Minaj, she has a few songs, and she has songs from mixtapes that people still will recite word for word. Like, she can go in concert right now and people will sing her songs word for word. Maybe not anything recent, but she has a catalog of music that is going to sustain her. And that's what, to me, validates you as a hip hop artist. If Little Kim was to take her 10 best songs and put them up against Nicki Minaj's 10 best songs, okay, and Little Kim and Cardi, who do you really think will win? In the chat, put a 1 if you think Little Kim, put a 2 if you say Nicki Minaj, a 3 for Cardi B, and a 4 for Megan Thee Stallion. See how I did that? I put them all in order of importance. No, I'm just playing. But for real, if you put those 4, do you even know any of Megan Thee Stallion's songs? Besides Walk with Cardi, do you know a song that you could recite? Or I like Savage by uh, Megan Thee Stallion. Savage was one of my favorite songs by her, especially the remix with Beyonce. But outside of that, I can't really rap a Megan Thee Stallion song word for word. Her songs just don't do it for me.
Now I can't rap a full Megan Thee Stallion song. Okay, I will say Nicki probably would take it before Lil Kim take it though. I'm gonna say
Name
Nicki.
10. Okay, well, give me 5 Nicki Minaj songs. 5.
Help me out, chat. Come on, y'all.
Because I can give you 5 Little Kim right now. No
Y'all,
Time. No
sis did
Time.
her
Her
homework. She did her homework. She already
no,
ready for the
no,
best
no, no,
five Lil
no,
Kim
no, no, no,
songs.
no, no, no. No, 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 no. I can just go off the top of my dome 5 Little Kim songs. No Time, her first single. I can go Get Money. What you say? Get Money. What you say? I can go to Get Money. I can go to uh uh what's this hey, you got it mm, mm, you got it going on. Mm, mm. You got it going on. That first album was everything. I mean, I was just going on. I like Lighters Up. I like I can't think of the name of the song. Cause see, I didn't do my homework. What's up, Jazzy? Thanks for tuning in. What's good with you? I actually asked you too. Did you want to join the panel with us tonight, Jazzy? Anybody else? The link is in the chat if you guys want to come up and discuss who your favorite hip hop artist is and who you believe is the queen of rap.
All right, so sis, I'm out with my sister-in-law and my brother, and they want to chime in because they got a lot to say over here,
Okay,
and
go
they
ahead.
say that Nicki is the best. Lil Kim can't fuck with her lyrically, so they really loud over here.
Okay, let's hear what they saying.
My sister-in-law said, "You want to be on camera?" I don't give a fuck.
Go
Okay, go
ahead.
ahead.
She said she don't care. What's good?
What do Little Kim have to say that's relevant to today? All she have is her shit from back in the day. And this dance move right here that everybody just fuck tired of it. Your robot is buffering and we're tired of it.
That was my hand. Sure, my
got diaper boots.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. But what does Nicki Minaj have to say today that's relevant? Because a lot of people are like,
lyrics.
We talking.
give me, okay, you guys say that. Give me
Her
Nicki
first
Minaj
album was
top five.
every last song.
Give me Nicki Minaj's top five.
Whole CD.
Out of the women,
for
give her
sure.
5. No, she said give her 5 of Nicki
I
Minaj
can't
top
tell
songs.
you nobody
No, I
top
know,
five, but I can tell you what's on my playlist and what I will or will not fucking listen to.
Album, lyrically,
Don't nobody know people's lyrics.
Her first albums.
We rely on Google Maps.
So my husband said Nicki Minaj whole first album, song for song is fire.
No, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
Which one? Pink Friday?
You talking about Pink Friday? Yeah. He said, yeah.
I like Pink Friday. I like Pink Friday.
Nicki makes music that men listen
Want some more, and the song that she had with Eminem off that first album, Roman's Revenge. I think those two are the ones that I remember most from her first album. I can't remember a lot of Nicki Minaj's first album off the top of my head. I could probably remember, and I haven't listened to Lil Kim's hardcore album probably since I was a youngin', but I could remember every track. Or, I could remember even the track lineup. I could probably rap every last lyric. Even though I haven't heard them in years, I could probably rap every last lyric of Lil Kim's album.
Okay, so my husband said, have you thought about this? Ever since Biggie died, where the fuck is Lil Kim at? He said, what'd you say?
Puffy, Biggie, Mace, Junior Mafia, all of them.
He said all of them was writing Lil Kim's lyrics.
For sure, and Jay-Z. But for sure, they was helping her too. But that's just like people are saying that Chris Brown is better than Michael Jackson. How? That's like saying Chris Brown is better than Michael Jackson. How can Chris Brown be better than Michael Jackson when Chris Brown wants to be Michael Jackson, right? So how can Nicki Minaj be better than Lil Kim when she came out with the hardcore pose? Her first mixtape, the same pose that Lil Kim had, Nicki Minaj emulated, from the colored wigs, everything. She emulated Lil Kim and Foxy Brown. So how can she be better than the one that she's imitating? That everybody, all the female rappers that are out right now, the way they rap, the way they dress, the way they do everything is Lil Kim coded. Lil Kim is the blueprint. How can they be better when they all got their flavor from her? You can't deny that.
Now I will agree with Pretty in the chat. She said Lil Kim paved the way. She did a little bit for the female artists now today.
I would have gave it to Eve before her.
You would have gave it to Eve before Kim?
Oh, this is facts. Eve could really spit. Eve just got married to a fucking billionaire, and she said, "Fuck you guys." That's all.
But who is trying to rap like Eve? Who is trying to be like Eve? Who is getting their style from Eve?
People don't even understand. Tupac stuff.
He said people don't really understand lyrics.
They don't understand lyrics. People just think about the beat and stuff. And I get it, but at the same time, you think about lyrics. Tupac, ain't a person better than him besides Biggie. They're the only people that they two debate, right?
Right.
Jay-Z and Nas, the only people you two debate.
Right.
Period.
Right.
I'm telling you that.
Right. So with that being said, it's not even just because Tupac, he definitely was a prolific artist. I have t-shirts with Tupac on them because I like the t-shirts mainly. But Tupac definitely his whole everything definitely is legendary. His lyrics, his songs, I can spit most of Tupac's songs today more than I could any other artist besides Biggie, or whatever. Jay-Z, Nas, I listen to all of those four, and I weigh all of the male artists after them against them. Like, if you're not as good as those four, Biggie, Tupac, Nas, Jay-Z, then I'm like really not gonna listen to you. I don't even waste my time listening to you. But again, Lil Kim, she was written for a lot, but she just had a swag and a style that cannot be denied. And I feel like the girls of today largely copy her. And if not, they really don't have their own style. They really don't have their own way of doing things. And when Eve came out, I feel like she probably was the last of the Mohicans when it comes to female rappers that's doing their own thing. Then you had Nicki Minaj. After that, nobody came with anything new. So let me see what the chat has going on. We got a lot of chatter going on. Pretty Petal says Eve can rap. Rich Jr. says give you some salt and pepper. I love salt and pepper. They did really good too. They were at the hip hop celebration concert that I went to. It was everybody did good. Ice-T came out and did a few songs. Rakim, he came out. It was LL Cool J. They all did very good. You couldn't tell that these were people who are in their 50s, almost 60s up there rapping. So Salt and Pepper, they definitely helped pave the way for the female rappers of today. But I think they're largely forgotten about if you weren't like around in the 80s or 90s. I feel like today in the 2020s, I don't think that they hold as much relevance with the new girls of today. Nicki and Eve wrote their stuff. Kim, Cardi, or Meg. I don't know. Meg, I think Meg says she writes. I don't know. There hasn't really been a lot of dispute about if Meg writes her music. I feel like Megan has a distinctive uh, sound, that the same sound that she's had since she came out, whether she was with her old label until now. I do know that on a couple of songs that she did with Cardi, that Cardi's writer, Party, I know that he did write some songs for her. He also helped write some songs for Kanye West. Yes, they're all queens in their own way, but there can only be one queen, Pretty Petals, and that's why we're here, to determine who the reigning queen is. Yes, they can all be queens in their own way. You know, I'm a queen in my
I'm a
own way.
queen. Look,
Queen in
I'm a
my own way.
queen. Okay.
Right. But I'm not the queen of hip hop.
Right. And I agree. And I think that they all is their own queen in their own way, in their own style, because they all have a different style to their music too.
Right. Like we were talking about Salt and Pepper. I like MC Light. If I had to go right now, my top 5 hip hop artists would be Lil Kim. And we haven't talked about the Brat. I feel like the Brat is another lyricist. If I had to uh talk about anybody, it would have to be the Brat. She came out hard, and she actually wrote for a lot of different people when she came out. She used to write for Bow Wow. I feel like she wrote her own stuff, and I feel like, you know, I feel like she don't get enough recognition for really holding it down in the 90s. It was her, Foxy Brown, and Kim that were really holding it down for the females in the 90s. And MC Light a little bit, uh, Yo-Yo and Latifah were going into acting and doing different things like that. So at the end of the 90s, 95 and forward, it was the Brat, Lil Kim, Foxy Brown, and, you know, and then later on we got Eve. And Eve did her thing too. Um, Eve was a lot of pop. She wasn't really a lot of hip hop. She did a lot of pop, but she did her thing too, and she was definitely uh, one to contend with. Yeah, Brat, Pretty Petals, yes, Brat can rap her butt off. Um, she just had a different swag. She really came out and put her stamp on the music business. This ain't the sing-along nursery. They can't even write their own music. Oh, Pretty Petals, Remy Ma and Rod Digger and Charlie Baltimore. Uh, Remy Ma, she had her time. I liked Remy Ma, but I never felt like Remy Ma, even when Remy Ma was getting out and because it was supposed to be Remy Ma and Nicki Minaj competing against one another, right? And hold on, guys, I gotta turn my light back on. But Remy Ma wasn't really able to really keep what she had going before she went to prison. She wasn't really able to keep that going, right?
New York.
But that's the same thing too, because even with Remy, her husband Papoose was doing all her writing for her. She was just delivering it.
Hey, where you
I
from?
feel like that's true. I feel like that's true.
And that's why she couldn't keep it going. Once him and her was done and stuff like that. Even I used to watch on YouTube they whole little lyric battles, and she used to do, man, they used to rip her alive. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, I need
So
to watch that.
oh, I used to watch those all the time. And it was like she didn't have it. And that's because she wasn't writing her own music.
Mm. Yeah, Remy, she kind of came and went. And I think her whole mystique was from her being locked up, right? So I feel like because she was locked up and she got locked up like in the middle of her first album, and she never really got to show what
Right.
she could do. People really wanted to see her if she had what it took. And she came out with one more hit, and we really seen that, she didn't have what it took. She didn't have what it took. So she's no longer here. Um, who else did I have? I had Doja Cat. I think Doja Cat seems like she emulates Nicki Minaj a lot, but I feel like she can spit too. I feel like she's um, an all-around entertainer. I feel like she can sing, she can rap, she has that mystique, and she can really perform. I also weigh a good entertainer or a good lyricist by the way they perform and they can command the stage. And I feel like Doja Cat has that. I feel like that she's just not given the same level of respect because she puts out a lot of pop music, but she does her thing when it comes to hip hop as well. So let me check out the chat and let's see what the chat has going on. Hey, keep pushing forward. Thanks for tuning in. Yes, we are having a good evening discussing the ladies of hip hop. Oh, Rich Jr., we didn't talk about Lotto, Saweetie, Cash Doll, Trina. I love Cash Doll. Cash Doll, I actually started listening to her music like last year or so because I didn't feel like she was good at lyrics. I just didn't really like her music like that. But I feel like Cash Doll, I feel like she is who she is. I feel like she's not really trying to be like anybody. I feel like with Cash Doll, she's probably like the realest all of them all. She doesn't really try to beef with anybody. She's not trying to be in a lot of drama. She did have some baby daddy drama going on, but really she just like keeps it real. She's a cute girl. I really like Cash Doll, and I really feel like she's good at what she does. But I don't think that Cash Doll is a contender for uh, Queen of Rap because she doesn't have the sales behind her. The Queen of Rap, in my mind, these are her qualifications. One, the Queen of Rap has to be able to spit lyrics. She doesn't necessarily have to write them. Okay, she has to be able to have her own flow and really have that power and enigma behind her lyrics. That's number one. She has to be able to command the stage and perform. She has to have that fan base behind her. Okay, she has to have those album sales, and she has to have an impact meaning that she's not just a one-hit wonder, but she's also somebody who can stand the test of time. Ooh, what happened? What happened, Lucy? Okay. Yes, I need somebody else to join the panel. Yo-Yo's been holding me down. Who else wants to come up here with me? The link is on the in the chat if you click on that and you want to join. Trina, I feel like Trina has a lot to do with how the girls rap today too. Cardi recently gave it up for her and gave her a shout out to Trina. Trina came out nastier than Lil Kim. She came out doing her stuff too. I think that Trina definitely has classic music. We cannot deny that. So and Lotto, I think Lotto is not a contender for Queen of Rap because she doesn't have the hits. She doesn't have the fan base. I think Lotto, Ice Spice, and JT, they sold like 30,000 records last year. So I think that was really like, I don't know. I think that was just like the public showing that they really wasn't, feeling her like that. So I don't know. She did have that song, Put It on the Floor, that went viral last year. But outside of that, like, what is she really doing? Ice Spice and Lotto have a song out right now. Were you guys feeling that? Have you guys really listened to it? What is it called? Gat? I can't even pronounce it. But I seen that it did pretty good on YouTube. But are you guys watching it though? Like these people are out and we know who they are. We know their name. But are we really listening to their music? Are you guys playing? A lot of you guys went up for Cardi. You guys like Cardi, but are you playing her music? When is the last time you played her music? She has 2 new songs out right now. Are those songs in your rotation? Are any of her songs in your rotation? Comment below and let me know. Why you bitches hate? Dude, that song is stuck in my mind. All right, guys. Let me go to. So, as we're wrapping it up, did I forget anybody that you guys wanted me to mention? We talked about Lil Kim, Cash Doll. We talked about Lotto. We didn't really go into Sexyy Red a lot, but Sexyy Red, I mean, she's doing her thing too. She's had songs with practically everybody. She's been everywhere in the last couple of years. A lot of people don't like Sexyy Red because she is really raunchy, really in your face. But then a lot of people also like her. And she's come with the hits as well. As Glorilla, they both had a lot of hits last year. But for certain, to be sure, she is not a queen of rap. Just her style of rap is very ABCD-ish, if you know what I mean. I wouldn't put Glorilla or Sexyy Red up high in that category. And the other day, Charlemagne on the Breakfast Club, he says he felt like Glorilla is holding it down as a top spot of hip hop. And I feel like she has done good on the charts. no number ones, no top tens or anything like that at all. But she did have a lot of songs on the chart, so we won't discount her on that in that arena. However, she's just not, in my mind, she's just not queen of hip hop material. Glorilla, Sexyy Red, Lotto, Ice Spice, none of them. I feel like they may be around for another year or two, but I don't feel like they have the potential to have a decades long career. Even Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, and Nicki Minaj right now are seen as the big three in female hip hop. But even Megan Thee Stallion, uh, I don't see her being around for another album because the sales are just not there. And if the sales are not there, then it means that people don't want it, right? If you're putting out song after song, video after video, and it's not resonating with the public, then that's the public showing you that they really don't want it. The same thing with Saweetie. Saweetie has never even had an album. She's had a couple of good hits, and she looks good, right? She takes good pictures, but she just doesn't have the staying power. She doesn't have the hit. We need hits. We need hits. And if Cardi doesn't bring it, and I feel like, okay, she got it out the mud and wrote her own stuff, yo, but Glorilla is still not the queen of rap. The queen of rap has to be the queen. What is the queen? The queen is the ruler. The queen is the person that is the head of the class. Like we have to really determine what we're talking about here. Like when we're talking about the queen, we mean the queen at everything: writing lyrics, selling records, concert tour. People are going up for Cardi. You haven't even seen her in a concert because she hasn't had a concert. So how can she be the queen of rap? We got to weigh all of this stuff when this girl comes out with her album next week. We want to see, is she going to sell it? Are the numbers going to be there for those ticket sales? Are she going to sell out? Is it going to be arenas? Is it going to be a stadium? Is it going to be clubs? Like, what kind of tour are you having? Will the tour actually go through? Because Cardi looks like she's pregnant. You know, she's going back and forth, playing games in the media, but Cardi looks like she's about to have another baby. So is that tour even going to happen? And I feel like she's pregnant because if the album doesn't sell like it needs to, then I can just put it off on, well, I'm pregnant. I had to take care of my baby. So I couldn't go out on tour. I had complications with my pregnancy. So it'll be something like that. Yo says, hold on, Glow got it out the mud and wrote her own stuff. I hope nobody did help her write that because it's very, very, it doesn't take a lot to think about. I like metaphors and I like lyrics that make me think. And with Glorilla, you don't really have to think about it. Patti LaBelle will beat them all. You know she would. If she rapped, keep pushing, I'm sure Patti LaBelle would probably have them all in a chokehold. I don't doubt that at all. So I got what? How many people of you are in here? Let me see. Who? I think you guys all have went up for Cardi. Some of you guys went up for Nicki Minaj. But let's solidify this. Who is the queen of rap? And I'm probably going to contradict myself a little bit here, but I feel like like I said, I feel like Lil Kim takes it. She's the blueprint. A lot of the hip hop stars are emulating her today, so she takes it. The rest of you, go up for your favorite female hip hop artist right now. Put it in the chat. Who are you going up for? If you had to choose right now, and you have to be able to pick at least one of their songs and be able to spit the lyrics from beginning to end. If you can't do that, don't put their name in my chat. For real. And they have to be a rapper, keep pushing. They can't be a singer. But outside of that, I'm going to wrap it up. And I'm thanking you guys all for tuning in. You guys, it was been very, very exciting. Used to be Lil Kim, then Nicki Page Razor. Okay. And entertainment you love. Did you ever say who the queen of rap was for you? I don't think you ever. I know your crew over there, your family was going up for Nicki Minaj. Um, Thank you, Mama Three. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys all for tuning in. You guys really went up in the chat. That's what's up. I knew that this would be a good live. I'm excited about you all tuning in. Usually I do my lives about my dating shenanigans. So stay tuned for that at 6 p.m. Any of the content creators in this live, will you all be going live tonight? I know it's probably like on the East Coast. It's getting late. It's like 10:30. So guys, thank you for sticking in with me. I know a lot of you guys have things going on. You got your sleep to get in. I got a little work to do after I get off of here. Thank you, and I appreciate you for tuning in. Thanks for coming in. Guys, half of the live I was talking to myself the whole time. Oh, you didn't see my email? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, because I know from you, with you being from New York and from the Bronx, Jazzy J, I knew you was gonna have a lot of good things to say about tonight's live. So I wanted you up here with me. Plus, all the summer we did a lot of panels together, but we got the rest of September. I have more ideas coming up. There's a few lives right now. I might tune into one. I was seeing if anybody on here specifically was gonna do a live tonight. You guys weigh in. Who's your queen of hip hop? Before we leave, I want to see what you guys all say. If you had to choose anybody right now to rap all of their song, the whole song, who would you choose? I got Lil Kim. I could definitely do one of her songs from beginning to end. A few of her songs. Nicki too. I could do Nicki too. Jazzy J, Lil Kim for you too. That's what's up. That's what's up. So that's 2 for Lil Kim. You don't listen to the newbies, Mama 3? Well, who is your all-time favorite queen of hip hop? If you had to choose anybody, Mama 3. Lil Kim, that's 3 for Lil Kim. You got it going on. What? You got it going on. What? I used to be afraid of the now I throw handle it like a. Okay, that's it. That's it. Because I'm a good girl these days. You can't name any of their songs, Lil Kim. You're gonna go with Lil Kim too. Okay, so that's it, guys. You heard it right here. Lil Kim, according to the chat and according to me, is the queen of hip hop. Lil Kim has classic hits. Lil Kim has fashion behind her. Lil Kim has been in the game for a long time. And you like Lil Kim and Tupac? I like Tupac too. Um, I think one of my favorite songs by Tupac is Dear Mama. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why, but lady, don't you know we love you? Don't ask me why. That's my favorite song. I love Tupac too. Who is your top? Who is your queen of hip hop, Rich? You didn't say who your queen of hip hop was. I know you went up for Cardi B, but you didn't say who your what's D? What does that mean? Did I miss something, Mama 3? What is D? Oh, oh. That was your jam too? Everybody, that was your jam. Oh, once you start those lyrics, you can't stop. Hey, no, I remember when I first heard hardcore because she came out with No Time for Fake Ones. Just sits the current south with these real from east to west coast spread love, son. When she first came out with that, and what I had heard from her was largely radio edits. I hadn't really heard. Well, I did hear Get Money. I did have the Junior Mafia album when it came out, and that's when I really liked Little Kim. When I heard her on the Junior Mafia album, but then when she came out with her own stuff, when I heard uh, that first song with Jay-Z, you want to be this queen bee, but you can't be. That's why you mad at me. Oh my gosh, when I first heard that, I'm like, this girl is raw. And she came like nobody else came in hip hop at that time. Like nobody else was rapping like that and talking like that. You had Two Live Crew and all of that had their raunchy lyrics, but nobody came out like her. Trina said she got a Trina, she came out after that, but Trina was raw too. Yeah, he was uplifting all mothers. Tupac was on Dear Mama. I just like the melody of it. Um, I like Keep Your Head Up. And that's what was so good about Tupac. He had the beef records, he had the uh the music that uplifted the women, he had the music that talk mess about women. He had it all. Tupac did some of everything. It was like, I mean, he wrote so much music too. I mean, like I could go on and on and on with Tupac. I love Tupac, but if I had to go with the king of rap, it's gonna be Biggie for me. And I just like the way he twisted words and his lyricism and his metaphors. And for me, Tupac, he was a very prolific artist, very, very profound, but he did not have the lyrical skills that Biggie had in my book. So that's why Biggie for me is the king of rap. Nothing, Richie, nothing. I feel like the music of the 70s, 80s, and the 70s and 80s definitely set us up for the very good music that was the 90s. But after the 90s, I mean, the 90s was just something different. And you had to be there. You really had to be there. Like every album that came out from 90, I want to say 92, from 92 to 99, almost every R&B and every hip hop album that came out was fire. Like most artists back then, they didn't just have one or two singles. The singles used to sell the album. Back then, you would have one or two, you would have an album that had 4 singles that went platinum or went gold. Like you had to have singles that could really resonate with your audience so that you could sell a whole album. Nowadays, it's like they come out with 1 song or 2 songs and that's it. But back then, you had to be able to sell an album. And they're not doing that today, in my opinion. Thank you guys for hitting that like button for me. If you didn't hit it, please hit it again for your girl. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, also please subscribe. And if you're watching this on a replay, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you, Replay Gang, for tuning in with me. You guys always hold me down and come back. Leave a comment. I'm at 3K. We hit 3K while I was going live. I appreciate you guys for subscribing to my channel. We actually are now at 3,003. So I think we had like maybe 8 subscribers during the live. I appreciate you guys. Once again, if you did not subscribe already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share this live. 3K, 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 3K. And we're going to get to 4K a lot quicker than we got to 3K because y'all was tripping for real. Like, I had to crawl. But today I got, I think, like 20 subscribers came in here. Y'all did y'all big one, but I had to crawl to 3K. Like, uh, but we're gonna be back with more lives. Continuing on, I'm a mom. If you subscribe to my channel, you're gonna see shopping content. I am the mommy money getter, so I like to get to that content bag. People be like, "Oh, you gotta have fun on YouTube." I don't think so. I'm not here for fun. I'm not here for games. I'm here to win. But if you come on here and you join me, you're going to see that I also have a lot of fun too. But I am very competitive and I am very ambitious and I like to have fun too. But I'm not having as much fun if I'm not making money. I mean, that's just what it is. And hopefully you can learn how to make you some money too by watching some of my old playlist about content creation and about affiliate marketing. I do it all over here. This is a lifestyle channel. This is me. I'm a mom, I'm a content creator, I'm an author. I love to shop. I love to eat. I'm on a weight loss journey. I did lose some pounds. You're going to get it all over here. You're going to be entertained. I support other content creators and they support me. You see a lot of them in the chat. We got Richie. When are you going live again? I can't wait, Richie. Smooth. You're in the background, like, why you didn't come up? Smooth, I miss you when you used to come up. I miss you and Richie. We had fun. We had a ball this summer doing panels and everybody tuning in and support one another. That's how many of you have come to be in the chat. Jazzy, I appreciate you as well for joining me on those panels. And like I said, we're going to be doing more of those. My girl Yo-Yo says she wants to do another part. She wants to do another pajama jammy jam. I'm going to get with her and see when we can get that going. We had fun that night. We all turned up and acted a fool. Mama 3, I don't think you were around for the pajama party, but if you do join us, you want to put Jackson to bed. Ladies and gentlemen, if we have this pajama party, you got to put all of the children to bed. You got to put on cute pajamas and you got to come and join the panel. Okay? No scaredy cats. No scaredy cats. I might even do like an invite only pajama party because people were like trying to act like they were better than us, like they were too good to be at the pajama party. You know what I'm saying, Jazzy? Remember that? Remember that, Smooth? How people wanted to be there in the chat. A lot of them were in the bushes, but they were acting like they were too good. Like they had, I felt like I was being judged in a little bit, you know? So I don't know. We might do an invite only. You might have to pay to get in this pajama party because we're going to turn up and we're going to be all the way live. Were you there? Did you see us? You did watch it? We cut all the way up in part 2. That means we got to cut up twice as much. We got to cut up twice as much for part 2. And like I said, we are not going to just have anybody at that one. You got to be like one of the real ones. I mean, I can do 50 people for 2 hours. We can get our watch hours that way. We can do like top 50. I'm going to get with Yo-Yo. And like I said, you got to join the panel and you got to, maybe we'll even have it to where so that we can get a little money off of this. Maybe people can donate to the live so we can, because I think I might, if I do a part 2, I think I might do it private. Yes, we're all adults, but some people, Mama 3, some people just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And everybody, you know, and then too, I understand too that not everybody is, you know, with, you know, the shenanigans. That's fine. That's fine. You don't have to be. But sometimes as moms, as you know, we want to just have our little fun or whatever. So, and that's okay for those of you who don't like to have fun. You just can't sit with us. You want to come? No judgment zone, right? You want to come and you will be invited. You know you're invited. But I get a little raw. So yeah. Yeah. Because the last one I privated. I put it on private. Smooth cut up too bad. I had to put it on private. I had to put it on private because Smooth, you got too raw. But Richie, you kept it. Richie brought all the boys to your yard. Richie, you made it so fun. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. Yes, you did, Smooth. Smooth, you cut up. You got out of hand. Smooth, you got out of hand big time. but you still invited to the next one. You are still invited to the next one. I promise you are. Maybe we're gonna do it like uh what's today? Mm, maybe we'll do it 2 weeks from now on like the 20th. So like I said, it's probably gonna be invite only. I only want like 50 people there, and um I'll see, who everybody else wants to have there, and like we'll do it 2 or 3 hours, and we'll do it like that. But good night, you guys. It's getting late. I know it's getting late. I appreciate you guys all for tuning in, especially my East Coast supporters, my East Coast money getters. Thank you for tuning in. You guys have a blessed night. Who got Smooth started? Talk about what now? What are we talking about? Smooth got to learn how to behave. Are we going to talk about it now? We all can be raw. We all can be raw, but we have to have parameters and guidelines for our rawness, Smooth. We have to know that we're still on YouTube. Like, it's other people watching. You never know. Somebody could be screen recording. Somebody could be saving it and using that against us later. So we got to kind of like, you know. But yeah, we're going to do it. So if you guys are like, clear your calendars. Clear your calendars for the 20th. I need people who going, because like somebody said they were going to do this live with me tonight. They did not come. You know who you are. I still love you though, because you always have my back. I understand people get busy and have other things going on. So I know I get busy too, but if I say I'm going to be somewhere, I'm going to be there. But I need, what's kind of true. I need to have people that is going to be there on the 20th, because I'm only going to do like an invite of 50. And then I need like maybe like 2-3 people on the panel with me, guys and girls. So let's do it like that. I'm going to do sign-ups. And like I said, I don't know if you can handle Smooth, Nisha. I don't know if you can handle him. He's a different breed. He get real raw. He gets real raw, like whoa, 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 hold on, 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 hold on. I don't know if you can handle him. So Smooth is a little bit different. Okay, Yo-Yo's coming back. Hey, Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo,
Hey.
we're talking about Pajama Jammy Jam Part 2. And
Hey.
I was saying that let's have a set number of people in there, and let's have people pay to get in, and let's keep it private.
That would be nice, but how would you set that up? Where you was just like you have to pay ahead of time and then
Pay
you
ahead of
send the link
time,
out?
and we send the
That'd
link
be
out.
cool. Cause
Pay
let me
ahead
tell
of
you,
time.
I've been waiting on pajama party number 2. Okay, that was like the best. It was lit. It was so much fun. Conversation was there, and I think we kept it really cute, just grown and sexy. That was it. That's all.
But we were just discussing it, and we was telling Smooth, like, how bad he acted up.
Listen, that was
Security.
the first night
Smooth that
that
couldn't be
I think I
security.
that was the first night I actually met Smooth, and ever since
Yeah,
then we've been locked in. Like Smooth, he the realest. I mess with
right,
Brody, okay, but yeah,
right.
bro, you caught us off guard. We wasn't ready.
We was all doing a little Kim, like, ho, 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 ho,
Hey,
ho, ho, ho. Like, wait,
like what?
wait, wait, wait.
We wasn't ready.
But
But
I was saying, remember how some people were acting like they were too good to join the panel, or like they were judging us? I was like, and we had to put it on private because some people were acting too. I don't know. I didn't like that. It was a lot of people that was with it that hung in there with us. Remember, we stayed up until the next day.
we did.
I think we did 8 hours, 4 on my stream, and then you double back and did 4 on yours. Didn't we do
Yep,
8 hours?
we did
We
eight
cut up.
hours.
We
We
cut
did.
up. So,
Absolutely. And it was a good time. And I don't care, sis. I'm gonna keep it real at all times. Either you gonna like it or you not. And I don't like even my husband, he was like, he didn't feel like we did too much. And you say your mom was still in the chat. She didn't feel like we did too
mhm,
much.
mhm,
But then you got some people want to try to act like they better than others and they want to be judgmental and
mhm,
bougie.
mhm,
Like
mhm.
keep it moving with that. you know.
Okay, Smooth want to get up
So
here too. Let me see. Hey,
Hey,
Smooth.
how y'all doing? Y'all not gonna do me like that. Y'all not gonna do me.
what's
Y'all
up, Brody?
what's going on? Y'all, how you doing?
I'm good. I gotta tell you, since I'm on the panel now, I heard sis say she hit 3K. Congratulations!
Hey, hey, I heard that too. I did hear
I'm
that.
so proud of you. And like I
Thank
told
you
you
guys.
earlier,
Thank
Smooth,
you
in my
guys.
chat, I am so proud of you with the whole Step It Up September. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. We out here on our grind. We gotta get it.
We're
We
Yeah,
don't
doing it.
want no
We're doing big things.
handout.
No, we're grinding for every last bit of it. But like I was saying, Smooth, we need to solidify a date. Everybody needs to be there. And like I said, anybody else outside of the crew, outside of the fam, outside of the day ones, you got to pay to get in because I feel like if you pay to get in, you'll respect it a lot more. You're going to respect it a lot more and you're going to appreciate the fact that you were exclusively allowed into this thing. That's what I feel. And I feel like $20 is not too much to ask because we kept it going all night. We're going to be raw. We're going to be entertaining. And they're going to have the most fun that they had all year.
Hey, the clubs charge to get in, so why not?
I mean, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. We might have
Yeah.
to.
We didn't do too much, did we? We didn't do too much, Mama Three. I mean, I felt like I kept it cute. I felt like I could have said a whole lot more.
I
Remember
feel
I
it
told you
too.
about me at that church? That was crazy. Yo-Yo didn't really, Yo-Yo kept it real cute because she had her hubby right there. But
Hey,
Right,
I have to.
right.
I have to. I have to.
but I said
Okay.
for part two, we gotta come way harder. We gotta give these people their money worth. I'm ready to start promoting. I'm gonna email anybody if whoever has my email, if you want to do it, let me know. We're gonna share the watch hours or whatever, and we're gonna divide the money.
Listen,
Okay.
75% for me,
Tomorrow's
25%
gonna
for
have
the
me
rest of
on.
you guys.
You
Look,
know,
I'm
she's
just
a
kidding.
business woman. Okay.
yeah.
I'm just
You
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm
gonna
just
have me
kidding.
on there. Like,
Smooth is really cool. He's supposed to be going live himself. He only went live what one time, Smooth.
no, don't do me like that. You see? You feel me? You ain't been watching. I done stepped it up this September. You feel me?
Oh, have you? I got
Smooth.
to go over there. I'm going over there. I'm
I
going
don't
over
He's
watch
there.
been
it.
posting. He's been going live. He's been consistent.
Oh, yeah,
But what
yo
happened
say,
to
yo
algorithm? Do you got a new
yo
channel?
say, no, go sit down. Yo say, hit him with 7 lives. No, hit him with 100 shorts over 7 days.
You
So I
got
was
this.
like, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
That's what you've been doing, Smooth? 100 live, 100 shorts?
Well, when she said that earlier, I had did one and then I took a nap. And like
Let
I
me
got
know when you want to kick it off. You want to start tomorrow? If we start Sunday to Sunday, I'll take the challenge on with you.
all right, that's a
I
bet.
gotta
Maybe that
step it up.
because I'm
All
already
right,
drinking right now. So
I
I
that's
gotta,
a
don't
I
bet.
gotta, I gotta get my strategy ready because Walmart is giving up to $2,500 bonuses this month, depending on how much money you make. I am on my grind. I'm telling you. I'm
And I'm
telling you.
only gonna drop this for the ones that's over here on MMG chat because y'all know I love dropping gems. If you are monetized and you are a content creator, YouTube right now is linked with Walmart's also, and they giving up to 33% back on
Whoop.
your affiliate. So you better get to Walmart's and drop that content and get your 33% commission.
I'm not monetized and I hate Walmart, but I'll do it. I'll do it. Fuck it, you know.
Not you hate Walmart's.
No, I mean I don't hate Walmart. I hate how people shop in Walmart. Let me say that. I don't like how I don't know if it's just the guy in me, but like no, no
I
dick
leave
people
my
like
own doggone chat.
I don't like shopping. I
I
want
gotta
to
get a
do it.
new ring light. This one is boo boo. You get
You
what you
better go
pay
to
for.
Ross.
I know I pay. You know what? I never get over there to those areas of the store, but I'm gonna go tomorrow because I got to go get me a ring light anyway. I'm gonna take Dreamy to Walmart and I'm gonna let her pick out a toy. I don't know what kind of. I got to think of a script to do with her to go look at the new toy. Christmas is gearing up, so she got to help me get my content out. I got to have her do something cute. So I got to go get me a ring light probably tomorrow
So since I
before I
got
go
y'all
live
on
for
the
sure.
panel and you actually talking about that, me and my husband was talking today because I had been thinking about doing something for around Christmas, and I had said something to him, and I was like, "Babe, we should open up a store in one of the strip malls and do like a little pop-up shop for Christmas and do toys." But me and him, he told me to put up a poll, and I didn't do it yet. So I need
Uh-huh.
y'all input on this because I got him right here next to me. He said ain't nobody buying Christmas toys no more because the kids is not into that. They only into electronics. But what about the babies?
Yeah, for sure. They got all kinds of
Different.
toys for the babies. I just went to Sam's Club today. I'm gonna do my video for tomorrow.
Baby toys.
Actually, when I get off, huh?
He said, yeah, for baby toys. But you don't think like 10, 12, 13 year olds is interested? What about the electric
Those are not
scooters
babies.
and stuff?
Those are like
Electric
preteen.
scooters, electronics, things like that. Like when you come to boys, for girls, like by the time my kids got, I'm gonna be honest with you, by the time they got between 10 and 12, all they wanted was iPad, cell phones, clothes.
Yeah. That's how my son is. That's how my baby boy is. He just want money, clothes, cell
Hmm.
phone. That's it.
I got a
Yeah, I
7, 8,
need a new iPhone.
and I
Once they got their iPhones, okay, I need my Sheen cart. Like my kids will get mad if I don't let them shop at Sheen.
Mm,
They'd be mad. They'd be hot. They'll fill up a Sheen
smooth.
cart.
I'm not getting my
Mm-hmm.
kids nothing that requires Wi-Fi. Uh, maybe some batteries. No, I'm serious. I mean, my oldest he'll be 10 in November, but he's still in that Lego action figures, and
That's
he's
good.
like he's it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't hit that. I want electronics. I want a phone yet. My middle he wants a pet, but I'm not doing that either. Uh,
Uh,
um, yeah, we
The
not.
last
I'm
pet my daughter asked for was a. What did she say she wanted? She said she wanted a hamster
oh no.
or a ferret or a ferret.
a
I
ferret.
got her a turtle. She was hot. I paid $500 getting that turtle together. He had Michael.
Yo,
What was his name? D'Angelo. What was his name? Michelangelo. Yeah, his name was
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo. If you
I
look
lit.
at some of my old content, Mikey is on here. Mikey died. She let that nigga die.
Yo,
Like,
she wanted a ferret. Hold
how
up.
you let a turtle die? A turtle live hundreds of years. She let that nigga straight die. I was pissed off. Michael was just sitting there like he was all white. His head was just stuck out of his shell. I was like,
She wanted
I
the
can't believe
fed.
you let
She
this
wanted
nigga
the
die, huh?
turtle, yo. She
That is
wanted
so
no
funny because I must tell y'all some funny ass shit. Like my son, my baby boy, he loved the Ninja Turtles. And I remember, was that last year, babe? Was that last year we was out or the year before last? When he was looking down the drain and he was like, that's where the Ninja Turtles live.
Oh wow.
It was probably like 2 years ago. He was 11, y'all. He was trying to look down the drain and see if the Ninja Turtles was down there. I'm like, baby, that's
Yo, listen. You
Yeah, but
laughing.
you know, you always come up with good ideas.
Hey,
So whatever you're thinking
I'm
of,
pretty sure
do
your
it.
husband my age around, you know
But
what I'm
baby, I'm
saying?
gonna whoop
We
your
all
butt.
listen to
I'm a
Drake.
fool
We all listen
elevated.
to
No,
Drake.
you didn't.
We all
Elevated
how
listen
old
supposed
are
to
you,
join us on
Smooth?
this panel. Here he come. Elevated.
okay. We all
You
listen to
probably have
Drake.
something going on.
You know,
You
we
How
you
old
listen
are
better have
you,
good
we
Smooth?
looking
listen
And
to
I'm
we
gonna
don't
elevated.
listen
Smooth.
I'll be
How old are you?
I'll be 39 next month.
39? Okay. You actually close to my husband age.
I'm saying we don't all look for the Ninja Turtles though. You feel me? That's a classic.
Baby,
That's
it's fuck Ninja Turtle.
I didn't used to play that shit. I didn't even used to watch that shit on TV.
You didn't like the Ninja
Hell
Turtle?
no.
Who was your
I don't know
character?
why you I did email you.
Like
You didn't
Bugs
check your
Bunny was
email,
cool.
elevated. You didn't check your
Oh no,
email,
we
but I
took
did
the elevator
email you
out.
back.
Let me see that.
You see what?
Mm-hmm.
elevated. What's good, bro? You gonna get on? Elevated
He
was
late as
just my
hell.
he was doing his own thing too. I was over there with him for a little bit, you know.
Y'all always be like, she ain't from the 313. This how we rocking the 313, baby. It's all about the buffs in the 313.
I'm from the
I
323.
need to go in the house.
I don't know nothing about that.
You don't know nothing about that.
I'm saying I'm from LA. Our area code is like 323, 310. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you know, from the
Cipher
beach.
is
Oh,
like,
that's because you ain't
213.
from the D.
213.
but I'm just
I'm gonna
saying.
need y'all to come down to the D. Y'all gotta come to the D. I promise y'all, I'm gonna show y'all a good ass time.
It's about to be too cold to
Should.
be
We
down
should.
there, which is up
We should
there.
come out there. We were talking about, remember we talked about us all get together.
Mm-hmm.
We
Doing
went
the
live. Elevated. What you mean you went live? You didn't come over here and see me live?
Cold to be going.
No, you didn't go live, Elevated.
I
supposed to be
told
doing.
you y'all was all live at the same time. That'd be the thing, like
You were supposed to be over here talking about he went live because he didn't think this was gonna happen. I was live, Elevated. Anyway,
hey,
Elevated,
Sis been live for an hour and 32 minutes.
we're gonna have pajama party part 2, and I need all the big VIPs there. Right? We need all of the ones that's really gonna turn up and all of that. We don't want any fuddy duddies, and we're gonna try to get at least 100 people. Yo, let's try to get 100 people there, because if we get 100 people there, we can still have a good chat. We can still get the hours in there, and even if we don't get the hours, if they pay for it, we can still make money off of it. Let
What
me
day you
know who
say
is
September?
down.
Knock
I
it
was
back.
saying
What you
September 20th, but maybe I don't know, maybe September 27th. I don't know. September 20th, 27th. You think 2 weeks is enough time to do it?
This is good.
Okay.
yeah, I can
This
do
is
two.
good.
All right, y'all. Now we just in here just to be in here. Anybody else? We were talking about who the queen of hip hop was, Elevated. I don't know who you would have picked. I guess you could put your pick in the chat right now. Smooth, did you give your pick?
As far as who my pick on who, I
Who
know
was
we
the
was
Queen
queen
talking
of
of
hip
about.
hip
hop.
I mean, y'all saying hip hop. Okay, I would say. I mean, honestly, I was leaning towards the Cardi. You know what I'm saying? Like I mess with
Hey.
now. I
hop?
did like
Right,
Glow.
before the
You feel me?
surgery, Little Kim. I said Little
I'm not.
Kim too. Most people said Little Kim. I'm sorry, Smooth. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say like I fuck with Cardi B. Like again, I didn't like Cardi B before the music though. Like when she was in the shows, it wasn't. I didn't have it for her. You feel what I'm saying? But once she started rapping, whether she had writers or not, that's when I became a fan. You know what I'm saying? Again, with Glow, I like the. I don't want to say like the beginning Glorilla, but like where she's going, I'm not really going there with her neither. Like I'm not on that wagon with her. I fucked with her in the beginning, but I'm over that. You know what I'm saying? So I would say like Cardi again. I'm not thinking about Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not thinking about you know Nicki Minaj. To be honest with you, like she's she has a different era. You dig what I'm saying? Like
Right.
when it
Mhm.
was Nicki, it was really only Nicki for like the longest.
Hmm.
Now, like again with the glow, the like you said earlier, sexy red, like it's a lot of jumbled togetherness of the same, you know, like I said, topics. You know what I'm saying? They all rapping about the same thing, just in different times, different points. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
And
But
they
really
just
feeling
sound
those girls.
different.
Glorilla got better
I'm,
beats. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she got more like bangers as far as
Glorilla?
beat wise, yes, than Cardi. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I feel like Glorilla can hit you with maybe two or three a week versus, I mean, not Cardi, I'm sorry. I feel like Glorilla can hit you with like maybe two or three beats, a week versus Cardi like maybe once. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one, two. But I'm more of a fan for Cardi. I would say Cardi right now. Hip hop, rap, Cardi.
All right, the 20th,
Well,
we're doing on the 20th because a lot of you guys are saying that the 27th, you guys have birthdays. Y'all was all getting it in at the same time then, huh? You know,
They
September
was
is the
all
big month for birthdays. That must mean that y'all be doing it. Y'all must have been doing it on Christmas. Because that would
no,
have,
they was had
that
that
seemed like
Christmas.
a Christmas baby. That's what y'all was doing.
that sounds like it sound like that cuddling month.
Right now, I'm really feeling the younger girls from Atlanta, Pluto, YK Niece. I love them. I love that ratchet music they come out with. I love Big Pluto. And I like YK Niece. And I feel like you said, like with Glorilla and Sexy Red, the newer girls, I feel like they're doing a little bit different. They're not just trying to be out here looking high fashion, looking cute. They're actually a little bit more rawer, and I think they're relating to men and women a little bit better, and especially the younger crowd. I feel like Cardi, Nicki, you guys have been married, you guys have kids. The 20-year-olds aren't trying to really feel you right now. Like y'all old.
And I would just be real. Some people in the chat might disagree with me, so don't do too much. But honestly, I don't feel like Sexy Red even in this category.
I,
I
yeah, I'm
don't.
with you. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, take
Okay.
off.
Thank
I'm
you.
with
Thank you.
I'm with you.
She
As soon as
she
you
shouldn't
said
even be
it.
talked about right now. She just
Nah.
ratchet as hell for no reason. Her music is not good. Her lyrics is trash as hell. Like she just no. Why we even talking about this?
Because
Yo,
the
exactly.
kids go up for her. They go up for her. When she came out with
Because
that
she
song, which one was
ratchet.
it? No, the beats and everything, they were going they go crazy for her when she come out. I'm
Sexy
telling
red.
you, get it sexy, get it sexy, get it
But
sexy. The
that wasn't
kids
all
love her.
that.
Name another one.
We've heard the one
That
hit
wasn't even
wonders.
all that.
Bang, right.
I love that song. You put that
We
song on
heard
right
it.
now, I'm going up.
Name
But
another
I gotta
song.
turn
You
it
But
off.
you
you
After she go, boy, you know that. I gotta turn it off because I get convicted.
MMG. Check it
When
out.
I put on Big Pluto after one or too many B words, I gotta turn it off. But I love them. I love that music, but
But
I
you
can't
know
listen
why
to it.
Sexy Red, the whole get it sexy, everybody was like feeling that. They was only feeling that part because TikTok and the dances blew that shit up. You know what I'm saying? But if that's the case, if we go think about Cardi, the WAP, okay? Everybody was going crazy over the WAP. That's because TikTok blow
Exactly.
up a lot of these
Exactly.
artists' music. You know what I'm
They
saying? But
get
the
paid to
lyrics
do it
really
too.
don't
They get
blend.
paid to do that. They, you know,
Yeah.
they it's in the budget. They're gonna send it to the big TikTok stars, make a dance, go ahead and
Mhm.
do this real quick, and they get paid to do that. So, you know, once the little kids start listening to it and start making dances and it start trending, then that's
I
what a
mean,
lot
see,
of
people say trending like it ain't like a substitute word for like popularity. You know what I'm saying? Like people try to confuse the understanding that we have. We are adults. We from the '80s. We know the before, we know the during, and we are part of the after. You dig what I'm saying?
hmm
Right.
That stuff that comes out of Sexy Red Mouth, yeah, again, she's disqualified. Just period. With
it's too
Cardi,
raunchy. It's too raunchy, too
she
hot for TV.
it ain't too raunchy. Again, they saying the same things, but like again, Glorilla got more wordplay in between the same raunchy words. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Cardi B got
Mm.
wordplay between the raunchy words. But again, they're
Fact.
all saying the same thing, just in a different shuffle on a different beat. Now, with them, you got to look at it. If they saying the same thing, the only difference is what? The beats. You get what I'm saying? Because in the music video, y'all all gonna have a part, a short where this color, this outfit, this color, this outfit, we're gonna blend them together. It's the same thing. It's not like what we
Fact.
grew up on. So what we recognize as what makes a person great, or like you know what I mean, one of the best ain't gonna be the same. Like we ain't looking at the youngsters nowadays. They don't know no better.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right,
Okay.
right. Because
So
I said that at the
I mean,
top of the.
they gonna say like again. I like Lotto, but like she doesn't have a mass body of work. You feel me? Nobody's gonna put her in like a lyricist category, or like you dig what I'm saying, for girls. Like you dig what I'm saying, or
But that's what I was saying
it's just
about Cardi too. Like I said the same thing about Cardi. Like she doesn't really have like name five. Like you said that you was gonna go with Cardi, but name five songs of hers that you would tell that you would be you at home chilling. It's a barbecue. It's a barbecue. Or it's all having a get together, right? And everybody is chilling, all the kids is there, whatever. Which one of Cardi's songs are you asking to be played?
I wouldn't ask for no Cardi song to be played. To be honest, like I said, I like her, but, like because
Yeah, you like her, but which you want to go see
they
her,
say the
go to
same
her
things. I'm
concert?
not like
You going to her concert?
Hell yeah, I go to Cardi concert. And honestly,
okay. So I'm
depending
gonna
on what time I'm on, we gonna play that Budak Yellow. That's what we gonna play.
Bodak Yellow, that's
I
it.
was gonna say, listen, the song that came to mind for me was a song with what it was. Well, I guess it was like a remix, right? The song that I heard because it was the one with Megan Thee Stallion, her, and
Glow.
fucking Glorilla.
Mm-hmm.
Saying
That too.
yeah, that's a
One of
banger.
Cardi's
You know what
songs,
I'm
not a
saying?
feature, not a feature. And she sounded stupid on that song
Okay.
too.
I'm just, like I said,
But
like
one of her songs.
Hell no, sis. Why you went hard on
I'm
that
going for one of
song?
them.
Which song? Which part? Which part? Which lyric? Which lyric? Give me the lyric that you like on Cardi's part.
You know me. You already know which one I like.
Because my favorite part was he don't want the baby done, bitch. Don't keep it, ho. Don't keep that baby. Like we needed to hear
That
that when we
part,
was coming up. We need to hear that
and
coming up.
focus.
Why would you think we needed to hear that coming up? Like, what
A
do you
lot of girls,
mean?
a lot of teenage girls in the 80s and 90s needed to hear if he don't want the baby, don't keep it. Because a lot of girls
Why
didn't know.
would you hear that?
They didn't realize they
Nah.
didn't need to keep their.
Listen, the worst
Yeah.
thing y'all needed
Hey,
to hear
Sanaa,
was that.
thanks for tuning in. How you doing, boo? I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But that was my favorite part of that song. I
Because
felt like
listen,
Cardi
no
was
scrubs filter.
unnecessary on that song. She didn't even need to be on that song. I feel like I feel like she's manufactured, and I feel like she just get a lot of looks because she has the popularity, and I feel like her record label has a big budget behind her. I feel like if she didn't have that budget to keep her out there, to keep a lot of things get tolerated too, like she's hitting people, spitting on people, throwing things at people. You let one of the black artists do something like that, their careers would have been over if they did that. If they
But you know
didn't,
what? I did a video and I reacted to that the other day after her coming out the courtroom and stuff like that. And she threw that marker at that reporter. But people not understanding, okay? Because I understand where she's coming from. And y'all got to understand, you know, she from the hood. Cardi is a straight up fucking thug. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, she's a human being. Yes, she may have a celebrity in front of her name now or whatever. She may be out here and y'all know her now because of her music and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, she's still a grown ass woman. She's still somebody's mother. She still has a family and she want to be respected. And that's it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with Cardi, it's no different from me or her. If I was out in public and somebody say some fucked up shit to me and disrespect me, I'm gonna turn up on their ass too. And that's what made Cardi so real because she don't care. She don't allow the money and the fame to deter who she is. She gonna keep it real at all times. And hey, if you gonna take me to court, we just
And
gonna go to court and I'm gonna pay the best motherfucking lawyers to get me off. And that's why she's saying right now, from here on, the next person that try to sue me, I'm gonna counter sue your ass. Same thing with Tasha K. You tried to sue her, you lost. This chick here, you tried to sue her, you lost. Now y'all wasting my time and you taking me away from my family. So now I'm gonna hit you where it hurt and I'm gonna hit you in your pockets. And I know your money not as long as mine. So I feel her.
well, I'm
Man, that's
not.
probably part of
I
her
don't know about
promotional
the Tasha
budget.
K part.
But do you think that
I
if Nicki
think that
Minaj was throwing, she in the last couple of weeks, she thrown something. She was at an airport, threw it. She says she threw a speaker at somebody's head that was just sitting there from something that happened between them 5 years ago, 7 years ago, actually. She threw the pen at the guy. She spit on this black girl. Do you think that if Nicki Minaj, Sexyy Red, Glorilla was out throwing things at people and throwing microphones at fans and things like that, do you think that they would still have a career if they did that?
Shit, Glow just got out of jail because it wasn't even her house. They went into a
they,
house where she was staying at and found a whole bunch of drugs and she just went to jail.
That's what I'm
hey,
saying.
peep
Cardi
the,
didn't go to jail or none of that. And then
let's
as
look.
far as respecting Cardi, she gets online and talks about her private life and talks about her bedroom life, talks about being with another
I
man
gotta
while
remember.
she was pregnant, talks about being with a
Y'all
new
gotta
man and
remember.
she's still
Cardi B
married.
blew up first off
Go
of
ahead.
social media and reality TV. Not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but
Go
like
ahead.
she blew up originally off of social media and reality TV. That's Cardi.
Right.
So it's like just because she's famous now, she rapping. Yeah, she get more money. We gonna hold her to more of what the same standard she's been held to. Come on now, like she's
Mm-hmm.
been had that personality. Nicki has never had that. When we knew about Nicki, it
Yeah.
was just rapping and that doll shit, and then afterwards we know she prissy and extra. You dig what I'm saying? She might do all of that now, but that's always been Cardi. Like I said,
Cardi
you
been the same
ain't gonna
person from in the strip club to loving hip
praise her
hop
at the
to now in the
beginning.
industry.
Yeah,
But I'm
exactly,
saying, do you think that Nicki
exactly. So
Minaj,
now y'all want to hold her like
you think that Nicki Minaj would still get endorsement?
Sexy Red was
Go ahead.
no, no. I feel like Sexy Red, the Glorillas, the younger ones, which is why they getting caught up now with drugs and shit like that. They need that extra drama. They create that extra drama. You know what I'm saying? Because without that, what do you have? You're going to be a one hit
Right.
wonder. You need that drama. They set that up. That's how I feel anyway. You know what I mean? Like, because
But
Glorilla
I
be
feel like
taking.
that's always been going on. Like, um, from the beginning of the time, like I feel like they've always like when you had actors like even like white actors back in the day, Carrie, well which one of them was gay and they had him marry somebody because he was a big actor. I forget his name. But they've been doing that since the beginning of time, putting marriages together, doing publicity relationships and manufactured drama. That's always been done. Even Michael Jackson, he married the king's daughter. Uh, what was her name? Not Priscilla. What was her daughter's name? Tina. What was her name?
I'm a little too buzzed to go
Lisa
like
Marie.
that. So
Lisa Marie. Remember they had him marry Lisa Marie because everybody was calling him a pedo. So that kind of thing has always been going on, like uh manufactured marriages and different things like that. Like they put they have the, like Jay-Z said in one of his songs called I Might Call the Paparazzi on Myself. They do that. Like if you don't want to be seen, you're not gonna be seen. People go to basketball games, courtside
Right.
with the new boo. All of that's the same. But I'm saying like as far as would Nicki Minaj, if Nicki Minaj decided today, I'm gonna take off my shoe and throw it at another celebrity, do you think she still has a career?
Yes. That's still Nicki Minaj. She done. This is Nicki Minaj. You talking about right now? If today she threw a shoe.
Mhm.
This is still her body of work. Like she's gonna have a lawsuit. It's gonna be, publicity, and it's gonna, people gonna talk about it. But she's in that. She can. Her being in that position to do that. Not saying it's right, but like it's just different for her. You know what I'm saying? Like
Fact.
somebody, if Sexy Red was to do it, somebody would look at Sexy Red like you haven't earned the right to be that rude. You haven't earned the right
Mm.
to. You haven't earned the right to you know do that. And again, with like somebody like Sexy Red, she blew up off of what? Coot, you know, whoop the whoop, pink, whoop the whoop, brown. Like, come on now,
You make a lot of good
Glorilla.
points.
She blew up off of, FN, what Friday night, fuck nigga free. You know what I'm saying? Look how she talk. Like, it's 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 just I ain't gonna say they create the drama on purpose, but it's like you know what you can and cannot get away
Mhm.
with. You know what I mean? You know
Right.
what you can push the envelope on or what. Like again, the Glorilla. I looked that up. I read that article. It's like you're not there. They found the trees at the crib, but in this crib that you're not at, you just got the weed just willy nilly, just sitting in the open. That sound bogus. You know what I mean? But we're talking about you. You
And
know
the
what I'm
Right.
same
saying?
thing with Nicki Minaj because didn't she just get caught out the country with some marijuana or something in her luggage and she was trying to say it wasn't hers?
Again, this is a
When she was in
woman.
concert last year, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I think it was
Ag-
last year.
Look,
Yeah,
same
Or it
woman.
something
might have been
happened.
earlier this year, sis. It was earlier this year.
You know what? I didn't
Look,
hear about that.
that's the
I just
same
heard
woman that
about
was.
her husband doing something like it's always
That's
something
what I'm
with her
saying.
husband. What the hell would Nicki
Right.
Minaj marry him?
But it's like how you go from that, right? Something with your husband. I forgot what it was too, MMG. But like anything you do now, like come on now, you just pushing the envelope. It's like Kanye. You gonna keep flashing out on people? It's like, bro, just put out some music. We don't want to talk
Right.
about you in that regard. You know what I mean? But the only
Because
way,
after a while
cause
it gets old.
you
It does get old. It's
yeah,
like, okay, like you're
yeah, that,
extreme. Okay, we get it. You're crazy. We get it. And then it's like, you know,
I feel like with Kanye, he need to just do like what everybody else is doing. Once you know your career is up and ain't nobody messing with you no more, just come on YouTube, act like Boosie, eat cereal, eat breakfast, just stream now.
drop
Like you done, bro. You
knowledge,
washed up.
yeah, drop knowledge and pass on shit. Yeah, for real.
because that's what people want to see
Mhm.
from them anyway. Like,
Yeah, it's a wrap.
I ain't saying sit down with Vlad and no shit like that, but like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Sit
Yeah.
down with True Hollywood or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? Do a docu
do your
series or
own
something.
show. Do your own show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, you got
for
to
real.
really be
You
entertaining,
got to
though. A
keep.
lot of them don't make it as podcasters, though, because they're not entertaining. Like, you have to be like a Cardi B or something like that. Because, like, when you think of about what people want to see, they want to almost see like a Peach McIntyre, like a E. Kane. Peach McIntyre is very, call her what you want to, but she's very galvanizing. She don't mind getting on. She don't mind embarrassing herself. She don't mind telling it all and doing all of that. And I
But
hate to give her props, but you got to
I'm
be
not
that
gonna give
kind
her
of person,
props.
huh?
And this is why I'm not. I'm not gonna give her props, and this is why I'm not. Because if you really think about it, and this, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something that ain't nobody said. And I've been sitting back and I've been watching this for a long time. You know, because I used to fuck with her a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I used to watch her stuff and everything like that when she was actually out here showing her lifestyle and she was really trying to help people instead of now putting people down. But let's just take a second, just for 1 minute. I want you to think about it. Please tell me when you get some new content. This is really a storyline, a script that she have wrote out, and she see that every single time I run this script, I make money. Every time I replay this series, I make money. Her husband is a paid actress. Her kids is paid
Not even an actor, actress.
or actor. You know what I'm saying? So
No,
they are.
actress.
It's paid. It is a script that is on repeat. And it's the same thing with our people in the industry and stuff like that. And that is why once their career is done and their contracts and stuff is over, they don't know what to do. They don't know where to go no more because they have always had somebody telling them what to do, how to do something. And it's the same thing with her. If she do anything different from what she's already doing, it fails. If she try to bring y'all new content, it fails. That's why she have to repeat the same thing and keep going back to the same old script.
Remember when her father passed away? He had a transgender sister that came out. She had a brother that came out, and then she had another sister that was like heavy set with like a short blonde cut. She came out. I recently was on TikTok and I came across a live she did 2 years ago, and she said that Peach and her mother get together and come up with these storylines. That this is all for money. Like even with her mom, they get together and they come up with all this stuff. I felt like the way that Wood's family was acting when his brother passed, I felt like they were in on that. Like Peach went over there.
Let's keep it real. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is when we would have had to hit the motherfucking savings. And I apologize for cussing so much on your channel, sis. We would have had to hit the savings because, baby, let me tell you something. If my sibling had passed away or my father had passed away, and she pulled up at my mama house on that bullshit and dumped my brother's stuff out, baby, I would have drugged that.
She would have got drugged.
I would have drugged her. Better yet, they wouldn't have had bond money for me. And the same thing with her family, even when her daddy passed away. Now, I'm not going to say that a lot of her family didn't turn up and her, her sisters and her and stuff like that wasn't mad. Those alleged 22 other kids that he got or whatever, because they even told her when she was saying she was going to go to the funeral home and she said allegedly she was going to spit on her daddy in the casket and all this other stuff. They was like, you not welcome here. They didn't want her to come. Like I know they was not part of that script.
No, because they told her to come. They said, you come if you want to. She was scared. She even did like some skits talking about she was going to go practice and stuff like that because she's in fear for her life. They wasn't playing with her. They wasn't. I feel like if she had showed up there, they would have did something to her.
Baby, it was going to go down. Now, Wood family, they are in on it. They in on it, okay? Wood mama is keeping his check at the beginning of the month, and he's taking his mama some of that allowance that he's getting from keeping them kids, and then the other money going to the baby mamas and stuff. Everybody,
that's gonna go down. That's gonna go down for the shit.
Who?
Yeah.
The Wood family.
Husband. Yeah. Yeah. And her mama is in on it too. And this is why I've always said that I know her mom is in on it. And I know that she's having conversations with her mom. Because why is it that it was so easy for your husband to call your mom up and drop them kids off when you was pregnant with them twins? Why is it so easy for every time that you and your mom get into it, you and her drop the same content? She beefing with somebody in Walmart, you get put out of Walmart's. Her husband go get a black Decker flat top. You showing your husband with one. Y'all doing the same damn script at the same damn time.
But yet and still, people are tuned in. Is my point, yo. People are tuning in. Now, people are it's getting old. It is getting old, and she's having to run it back and get new people because once you get the new people in and they get to seeing how you really are, they can't really stomach you. And then you got to do it all over again because you can't when you're doing something manufactured like that, you're not going to be able to hold people's attention for long because it's inauthentic. And even when she tries to dial back from that and go into McKay's graduating from high school and
What you?
work. It don't work. Nobody will give a damn about McKay graduating from high school. What's up? What's good with you and Wood? Did Wood cheat? Is Wood
Right.
having another baby? You got to keep that coming. You got to keep that type of content coming. That's why I said I didn't want her funky ass on my channel because then I got to keep talking about her, and I don't like talking about people. So
And it's hard.
I was
I'm gonna
just
tell
making
you.
I was just making the point that that type of content is resonating with people nowadays. Like, who the F did I marry, and things like that. But she says she keeps it real, but she's not an authentic person because if Peach could make money being like the Melanie Renee and being like those type of moms, she would have done that. But she just wasn't making money like that. You have a poor audience that's going to uh that you can attract with that, but as far as attracting like a diverse for people and getting the money, the big money from endorsement deals, you can't do that because nobody's gonna really want to emulate you. People who have big endorsements is the people that inspire or aspire other people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Good night, keep pushing. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you all for tuning in. I pushed it out a little bit longer because we were all still talking and discussing. Uh I see Smooth kicked rocks. Bye, Smooth. You could have said bye. Yo, thank you for tuning in and for holding me down as always, sis. I love
You
you for that. You
welcome.
always got my back. We're gonna plan this pajama jammy jam. We're gonna do this right. We're gonna have fun. I'm ready.
Okay. And I just want to say thank you once again for having me up on here. Like, sis, I be multitasking, okay? Like, for real, for real. So I do apologize for being out, but I said I was going to come and show up, and I had to come and show up. And I'm so glad I was able to get back on here. I just want to tell you that I'm so proud of you. And congratulations once again on 3K. And you did this tonight. You did it. You be coming up with some good topics. You do. So.
Right. Thank you guys, everybody, and thank you for always holding me down. Keep pushing. Sanaya, who else is on here? Mama 3 Elevate. Thank you for coming in after your live. Jazzy, thank you for tuning in, girl. You know you my girl. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. God bless. We're gonna have a good week coming up. We're gonna make some money in September. We're gonna get monetized in September, and we are gonna get a lot of watch hours. You too, Smooth. I'm going over to check out your channel right now. You guys stay blessed. Good night.
Good night. Love you guys. Bye.